What's up, everybody? Welcome to tonight's episode of the Not Your Average Mark Wrestling Podcast, your favorite podcast's favorite podcast. I am your host, the Tutorial Boss Guapo. With me is the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, and all the other things people call him, the one and only Mike Caldwell. What's up, Mike?
Well, sometimes what they call me is not very friendly.
This is fair. So, we started a new thing on here, I've come to find out. Down beneath where it talks about chat and all that, there seems to be channel points. Apparently things happen when people spend channel points. So,
What do we do about that?
Well, for the next 3 minutes, thanks to Camino spending his 5,000 channel points, for the next 3 minutes, I'm no longer Guapo. I'm the Macho Guap, yeah.
Okay.
So I got to do some thank yous. I guess it would help if I had my notes. All right. Got to say thank you to the music man. Yeah. Ross and my boys from Labor 12. Intro, outro music. Tracks called Head Rush, albums called Monsters. Oh yeah, scary.
Dig it.
You can check out everything they're doing right over there on the interwebs. Head over to labor12.com. That's laborxii.com.
Freak out.
This is harder than it looks. I want to say thank you to Joe and the American Legacy. Oh yeah, they make the Not Your Average merch. Thank you to J-Rebs 3D Printing. Look at this. Where's it at? Look at this little piece. Awesome. You see it? Look at it. Cream of the crop right there. Yeah, I went there. If you've got something that you want in a light box like that one right there, get with J-Reb. JRebs3dprinting.com. Thank you to Blind Ambition Studios for the cool graphics. Ooh, yeah, good graphics. This is a lot harder than y'all think it is. I just want y'all to know that. Thank you to the WrestlingSociety.com. They're including us in their podcast room. We're in the whole room for the podcasts. We're in the top row, cream of the crop. I can only say that so many times, you know. And special thanks to the guy, the one who put this all together. And I would normally thank him for everything, but no, not this time. Because he did this thing, and now I got to do the thing. It's his fault.
You know what that means? That means, guy, he's coming after you, brother. You can see the lust in your eyes.
Jesus. See the lust in your eyes, brother. I see it when you look at her. This is crazy.
Okay, I think your 3 minutes are up.
Ooh, yeah. Now I'm gonna finish. I'm at least gonna finish the intro. Head on over to our socials. Check out all the social medias. Right in the About section, you can find our Discord. We do the watch along. Yeah, we watch Raw and we watch SmackDown. We watch the PLEs. It's good stuff, brother. All right, there you go, Camino. That's for you. Understand, I still have 12.5. Brother, friend. No. Stop. Oh, goodness. Crazy stuff. Let me get my notes over here where I can actually see the chat. So let me say what's up to everybody in the chat. Of course, we have Mikey right here, the man, the myth, the legend, who has subscribed for a 28th month in a row. Appreciate you. We've got Camino, who started this crazy Macho Man craziness. And a promo cut on Jade Cargill. I have to cut a promo on Jade Cargill.
Why don't we wait until that segment?
Yeah, Camino, I see what you did, and I am going to do that. We're actually going to be talking about Jade Cargill here in a little bit, and I will cut my promo on her then. What other awards you get? What I do to y'all? Like I try to bring you good content.
This really is fun for the Twitch family here, but as far as the audio stuff goes, I don't think it really translates well.
Well, we're gonna take a deep breath, and we're gonna get into some wrestling now that we've done all the intros as Macho Guap. So let's get into some main roster moments. SmackDown. Tiffany Stratton comes down to the ring, calls out Jade Cargill. I guess this might be a good time to. Calls her out for a fight, but Nick Aldis says, no. Doctors haven't cleared her yet. She can't fight right now. Can't do it. Can't happen. What they call it? A temporary.
It was a conditional clearance from medical, meaning that she could wrestle whenever it was her time to wrestle, but not until then.
Oh, see, so that's how that went down. Of course, Jade comes out, after it said Jade can't wrestle, she comes out and starts talking trash. Like, all to Tiffany Stratton. Got under her skin, takes security to keep them apart. And we go from that into Ilya Dragunov versus Nathan Frazier, which was almost Ilya Dragunov versus Ciampa. But Ciampa came out, said that Nathan Frazier doesn't deserve this. This is my match. And Ilya Dragunov said, go home. Get the hell out of here. And Ciampa, being the big, bad, mean guy he is, said, okay, and left. I was a little thrown off by that. Like, I hate they do that to Ciampa, but it was kind of funny. It was a good match. High speed, big action. I can't, everybody when people think speed, they talk about Braun Breaker and running the ropes 23 miles an hour. Nathan Frazier is like superhuman. Like the speed he gets in not just running the ropes, but in his moves. Everything he does is just bam, 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 bam. So putting him up against Ilya Dragunov is perfect. He hit a German, Ilya Dragunov did, and the snap he has in it. It's one of the things I've always liked about Dragunov is the way he does his moves. They're power moves. He doesn't just take you over. It's pow.
Well, that's how you're supposed to do stuff. You're supposed to do stuff with enough initiative to where whenever you do the things between the moves, it means more.
And that's fair. And Ilya Dragunov, very good at that. Give it to Nathan Frazier, though. Hitting a backflip into the reverse DDT. Like, the moves these guys pull off are pretty badass. I was really impressed with this match. I enjoyed it. We go from that into Kit Wilson versus Carmelo Hayes. And Kit Wilson. Toxic masculinity.
Yes.
What the hell?
Well, I mean, we all just have it oozing out of our pores, is what he says. And,
I've got nothing.
So what? Sue us.
Gonna jump in here in the chat. Jello coming in. Bryce Grizzle. What's up, Bryce? What's up, Jello? Glad you guys could make it in. So Kit Wilson versus Carmelo Hayes. It starts out a decent match. Carmelo's doing his thing. Miz shows up and sent Hayes into the ring post while the ref wasn't looking. Unfortunately, the toxic masculinity was not able to capitalize on that, and Melo hit the first 48. Bam, 1, 2, 3, it's over. Because Melo don't miss. Notice I said miss, because Melo and Miz are no more.
Well, he don't miss no more either.
No, he don't miss anymore either. That's true. We get Nia Jax versus Alexa Bliss, and this is your basic David versus Goliath match. I mean, hold on. Okay, that's the bot talking. David and Goliath kind of match. You get Nia Jax, who is just an absolute beast, and 5 feet of fury, Alexa Bliss together, and you're expecting a squash, and that's not at all what you got. And Alexa Bliss just like screaming and going at her. I dug it. I'm here for it. Of course, I'm a big fan of Alexa Bliss. Bliss able to get the win on this one after a distraction from Charlotte. I don't feel like this is over.
No, I feel like there's a lot more to this that meets the eye.
What are they? Transformers? No. Naya's a Decepticon.
What is it with Transformers this week?
I don't know.
You're talking Transformers. Reese was talking Transformers on the other podcast.
You started this. You said they were more than meets the eye, and anybody that was born at the same time that I was knows that Transformers are more than meets the eye.
I realized this, but I was trying to continue the conversation, not sidetrack it.
Bryce Grizzle in the chat saying, still not as badass as Sting. I remember the good old days. Sting was good. Sting, I mean, I'll give you that one. Old school Sting, I was a big fan of. But there's some pretty good matches going on here. One of them being the MFTs, the Mother Tongans, versus Motor City Machine Guns. Sami Zayn asking if he can be in the Motor City Machine Guns corner in this one. Nick Aldis says, no, you're not medically cleared. I feel like I'm saying that phrase way more this month than I have in a long time.
It seems like it, doesn't it?
It does. But he said, no, you're not medically cleared. You can't go. So we get the match started. Of course, JC Mateo uses his size. It takes through the first commercial for Sabin to come in and get the hot tag, but it's too little too late. They beat him down. Tama Tonga gets the pin and then chokeslams Sabin and does it right in front of his partner. Makes his partner watch. Rey Fenix and Shinsuke Nakamura come out to get revenge. They catch them hands too.
It happens sometimes.
It doesn't turn out well for them. They end up getting the hands. And then we go to the contract signing. So I can't really argue with Drew McIntyre on this. They're going to sign the contract. Cody's like, I'm the champ. Drew, you sign first. Drew says, I'm not going to sign it. Nope, not going to do it. Nick Aldis says, why are you not going to sign it? It's a standard contract. You've seen the contract. He's seen the contract. Sign the damn contract. He goes, no, I'm not going to sign it because it's way too much in Cody's favor. He says, what are you talking about? It's in Cody's favor. He says, well, let's look at a few things here. If Cody gets counted out, he keeps the title. If Cody gets disqualified, Cody keeps the title. If Drew gets counted out, Cody keeps the title. If Drew gets disqualified, Cody keeps the title.
I understand his point, and I understand where he was going. I see what he was doing there.
No, I'm not going to do it. I was going to do it, but I'm not going to do it.
See, I see what he was doing there because, I mean, obviously, we're talking championship advantage. We're talking about the fact that Drew McIntyre has to beat Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes doesn't have to beat Drew McIntyre. That's the way it's always worked. It's a championship advantage. It's been that way since as far as I can remember back in the day.
Well, Cody says, all right, fine. That's what you want? You want to make it where if I get disqualified, I get counted out, I lose my belt, no championship advantage? Bet. Nick Aldis says, whoa. What the hell are you talking about? And Cody's like, Nick, just make the match. Nick's like, whatever, fine. We'll make the match. I don't like it, but we're going to do it. So that's what it is. If Cody gets disqualified, Cody gets counted out, then Cody loses his belt to Drew McIntyre. All in all, not a bad SmackDown. I give it a B+. It was a decent go-home show.
Okay.
I liked it. That brings us to Saturday night's main event. Before we get into that, I want to remind everybody, go to the socials, click all the things. Apparently get all the channel points because those are a thing now.
No, seriously. Clicking all the things, you click the likes, the subscribes, that helps us with the algorithm. It shows us who's watching us where, gives us the chance to improve what we do. So for those of you that have gone through clicking stuff, I appreciate it. For those that haven't, go through and click all the things. So Saturday night's main event, we started the show with Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre. Not expecting that. I was actually expecting it to either be main or semi-main. So,
I mean, I get it. I really do. I mean, we have a 4-match card.
yes.
If we're wanting somebody to set the tone of the night,
I mean, that does it.
who better to take the first snap than the quarterback?
QB1, show enough. McIntyre did everything that you would think he would try to do to get a cheap win, but to no avail.
Tried to get him disqualified?
Nope.
Tried to get him counted out?
Nope.
Tried to get a pin?
Nope.
Huh. Well, how about after a ref bump?
Yeah, after the ref bump, did Cody use the belt to turn the tides and get the win? Yup.
It was.
All right, so here's the thing. We said it the way we did. It was kind of funny, but seriously, like Drew tried this close to getting Cody to use the belt and get disqualified. Cody didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Then he throws Cody through the announce table, tries to get him counted out. Nope. Cody is like, oh, my knee, trying to, not gonna lie, trying to hide a botch. But he's faking the knee injury, which catches him a Claymore. He goes for the pin, 1-2 kick out. So does he get the pin? Nope. Everything he could try to do to get this match won, but when it all comes down to it, the ref gets bumped. Cody uses his belt and then hits it, takes him out, hits him with a crossroad, and 1, 2, 3, Cody's still champ.
Mm-hmm.
Hear me out. I'm going to say this, but there's something very, very heelish about a babyface cheating to get the win and then standing over his opponent in victory the way that Cody did. It's very, very Cody Lander. I'm just throwing that out there.
Well, I mean, maybe this time, if we get a Cody heel turn, then we get the double turn and Drew becomes the face and goes, I've been telling you guys this all along.
I could see it. I could see Drew saying, I've told you all along. I don't tell lies. I give you the truth. And I told you this was going to happen.
So do you think Cody knocked Jacob Fatu's teeth out?
No. Cody's turning heel, but he ain't turning dumb.
We would hope. I mean, because Cody was the last one to see him on camera.
It's true. You make a valid point. All right, that takes us to the WWE Women's Championship match. Tiffany Stratton, Tiffy Time versus Jade Cargill. And let me tell you something about Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill, the Storm. I ain't scared of no storm. I'm from West Texas. You know we do the storms around here? We rope to tornadoes and ride to win. Your storm doesn't bother me. So if you're getting in the ring, you get in the ring with Tiffy Time, you get in the ring with me. And if you get in the ring with me, I'm going to end that storm. Just call me the weatherman because it's over. There's your promo. Didn't say it had to be a good one. That was off the dome. There it is.
Okay, tell you what. You keep to the jokes. I'll keep to the promos. Yeah. Next time somebody comes up with a promo there, I'll handle it.
I've heard you promo. I could be all right with that. This match was a lot less about delivering the show-stopping match, that we know that both of these ladies can do.
Mm-hmm.
It's more about further establishing Cargill as a heel, and not only as a heel, but as a force.
Mm-hmm.
And paying off her title chase.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what this match was. It wasn't so much, like the match wasn't the main card at play here.
Right.
This was all about pushing Jade as a heel, like the unstoppable heel.
Well, I mean, we got the point across. We did. Biggest thing I saw was the noticeable lack of chemistry between these two. I really hope for at least a while there's no rematches going on. There's nothing like that going on. And we can move away from this because those two just don't mesh very well.
They don't. Here's my thing about Tiffany Stratton, and especially Tiffany Stratton as champion. She didn't have a very eventful, I guess you could say, championship run because she had the same 3 matches all the time.
Nia Jax,
Naomi, and Jade. And I feel like at some point we're going to circle back to having Tiffany as champ and get Tiffany versus Becky or Tiffany versus Bayley or Tiffany versus
Bianca,
or any other number of Tiffany versus Rhea, Tiffany versus Charlotte. Like there's any number of things you could do there, but it was the same 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Well, one of the things that did not do her any favors is the fact that we still don't have anything other than it's a Tiffy time gimmick for it. We don't have any solid character.
That's fair. There does need to be some character work done.
And now that she's able to get past having the title, she can start actually getting some development going on that end of it.
And I hope that she does. And Camino's not wrong. I mean, Jade won very, very strongly. 3 Batista bombs and a Jaded. 1, 2, 3, over. Thank you for playing. Have a nice day. Yeah, that's right. I Mick Foley did. I do want to
Who's
see
Naomi?
Naomi. That's Naomi.
He spelled it wrong. He didn't. Tell you what, Camino. I'm gonna give one right here. It's a promo to you, sir.
Shit. We're gonna promo on Camino for free.
I know that you're out there and you're pecking on that keyboard just as fast as you possibly can, but there's this thing called spell check, and you need to use it, son.
Use it.
Now, go have yourself a nice day.
Have a nice day. Good stuff. So I do want to see both of these ladies go their own way. Like I want to see Tiffany Stratton in the mix with Becky and Bayley and Io Sky, and I do want to see Jade Cargill. I said this when we were doing predicts for Saturday night's main event. Jade's going to hold on to the belt. Bianca's going to come back. She's going to win the Rumble. It's going to be Jade and Bianca at Mania. And I still feel that's where we're going with her.
Honestly, I feel like we're not going to see Bianca until the Rumble.
You're probably right. But there are a lot of places we could go with this, and I'm looking to see it happen. Aaron Marie in the chat saying, hey, Aaron, glad you can make it in. Jello saying it was a squash without being a squash. That's true. That's very, very true. I think the ugly part of it, not ugly like it was a bad move or botch or anything, but just looked like, ooh, that hurt, was Tiffany setting up for the PME and Jade taking her legs out from under her.
Yeah, it was nasty.
That was rough.
So, we'll move forward.
Let's. Intercontinental Championship match. Penta versus Rusev versus Dominic Mysterio. This was, just a little fact for everybody, 16th time that the Intercontinental title has been on the line
At Saturday
Night Main Event. All the way back to when Saturday Night Main Event started to right now. 16th time it's been on. It was a good match. Like, I enjoyed it. We had Rey Mysterio, we'll get to him in a minute. We had Dominic Mysterio trying to slow down Rusev by doing, pulling the Eddie Guerrero, but I thought that was the funniest part of the whole match because he throws Rusev the chair and then falls down. Oh, you hit me in the rest.
Like,
there's no rules.
What are you doing?
There's no rules here. So Rusev looks at the chair, looks at the ref, looks at Dom. I dug it. I thought it was cool. Yeah, there's no DQs in this match. Rusev catching Penta with the Machka kick and put the accolade on him. Wow. That looks, when you're the size of Penta, like he does all the flippity stuff and is awesome about doing it. But when you're Penta's size and you've got your arms pinned like that and the accolade, that looks like it hurts.
So the bell rings.
Yep. And Rusev thought that he won the belt. He's like, I just won the title. No, Dominic rang the bell. Haha, fooled you.
Which brought the mysterious hammer involved in the matches.
At which Penta gets a hold of. Or was it Penta or Dom?
No. Dom brought it into play. Penta
took it, went to hit Dom with it. Dom says, I don't think so, homie. And he takes out Rusev.
Yeah. So at that point, Rusev got Penta the hell out of the way, took advantage of the situation, pinned Rusev, and got the hell out of Dodge.
Mm-hmm. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is something I know Camino's going to be happy about. And it is the Last Time Is Now tournament. It's going to be kind of a cool deal. This is going to determine who is going to face John Cena in his very last match, December 13th in Washington, D.C.
Mm-hmm.
No brackets officially announced at the show. Some of the names that were put out there, though, Solo Sikoa, Sheamus, Dominic Mysterio, Gunther, Carmelo Hayes. Those are some of the pictures that popped up when he's talking about it. And this is the part I like, and I want you to pay close attention to this last part. Cena revealed that stars from Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and possibly even outside the company. Now, I've been saying for a minute that Edge is going to be his final match. And I still say Edge is going to be his final match. I say we're going to get into this whole bracket, and it's going to be, okay, this person against surprise entrant, and this person comes out, surprise entrant, and his opponent, bam, it hits on his day. Here comes Edge, and the place loses their minds. And J-Reb, you ain't wrong. Solo ain't the one.
No, he's number 2. As in, he's shit.
He is that. It's going to be interesting to see where that goes. And when we get to Raw, we actually find out what the first 2 matches in that tournament are going to be. Which brings us to the World Heavyweight Championship match. CM Punk versus Jey Uso for a belt relinquished by the visionary, Seth Rollins. This one was very finisher heavy, in my opinion. Like, it was a good match, don't get me wrong, but how many go-to-sleeps did we hit?
I lost count.
Count? It was match of the night for me, but the one thing people are talking about is the botched neck breaker.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a pretty easy move. And there's plenty of pictures going around the interwebs right now of Punk's face. A look of both aggravation and disbelief in the fact that went wrong. Kicks him in the head and then does it again and gets it right. Like, it's got people wondering what was going on there. But so that's what a lot of people are talking about in this match. Me personally, I think the match itself was awesome. I think that CM Punk needed this.
Mm-hmm.
I think that in not winning this match, Jey Uso hasn't hurt himself because he's going to chase, and he's still got the what do we do kind of thing. Like, where am I at in this?
Well, I mean, I know we're right at the tail end of this and transferring into Raw, but I can go ahead and do the thing. Jey Uso, whenever he came out and was talking about everything on Raw, said that he had a gained respect for CM Punk because CM Punk brought the fight to him, and there was no shenanigans whatsoever.
No, it was straight up match.
It was a I've found my respect for CM Punk while doing that.
which is good. All in all, I've heard a lot of people say they didn't like this Saturday Night Main Event, that this one flopped. I didn't think so. I thought it was good.
It served its purpose.
I mean, it wasn't the...
It was, on a scale from 1 to 10, it was not a 10.
No.
If I were to give it a
But
grade,
it wasn't a 3 either.
if I were to give it a grade, maybe a B minus.
I can go with B minus.
It served its points. It passed the test on that certain situation, but there wasn't a whole bunch of extra credit involved in it.
That's fair. I'll give you that. It wasn't a C, but it damn sure wasn't an A.
Mm-hmm.
So I can go with that. No problem. Which brings us to Monday Night Raw. Our new World Heavyweight Champion, CM Punk, kicking off the show. Starts giving the thank yous. I want to say thank you to my, believe the...
wife was the first
one. No, I believe the phrase was ask for days, wife.
Yes.
I believe that was the phrase. And then secondly, the universe, or as he calls them, CM Punk fans. And then, he even said something about Seth Rollins and added to that, if you come back and get my business, I'm going to put you back on the couch. He talked about the difference between, because the crowd was like, you deserve it. You know how they do.
Mm-hmm.
And he talked about the difference between deserving a title and earning a title. And he feels like he earned his title. And I agree with him. He earned his title. Said for a long time, he's been running around like a king without a crown. And now he has the crown. But heavy is the head, So there's a lot of people that are going to be gunning for that crown. And that's the mistake he made before when he had the title for like 4 minutes. So now he's going to hold it tight, but he wants to be a fighting champion. And so he brought up names like AJ Styles and Dominic Mysterio and JD McDonough and Finn Balor and Sheamus and John Cena, all his guys he wants to fight because they've earned a championship opportunity. And who comes out? Who has earned that place?
Logan Paul. Oh!
I'm not a fan of Logan Paul, in case y'all didn't know that.
In case you didn't know, CM Punk really wasn't a fan of Logan Paul either. He was like,
anybody
but you.
He told him straight up, anybody but you.
And I was in the watch along, and whenever he said anybody but you the first time, I was in the middle of a drink at that point, and I lost my shit.
I hate when that happens. Well, Logan Paul comes out talking about, I faced Roman. I faced John Cena. I faced all these people. I deserve to be first in line for your title. And Punk's like, no. And what do we hear? Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Paul Heyman, and I have two great big old dudes here with me. And they deserve to be first in line. And I think phrase of the night for me, Paul Heyman says, when I look up there in the ring and I look at you, and of course he's pointing at Logan Paul, he says, I don't see a king without a crown. I see a bitch without an owner. I said, whoa. Okay, Paul's getting serious about it. So we get the back and forth, and we catch the Punk beat down, and Logan Paul's like, nope, I ain't in it. Gotta go. But he comes back out. But then he catches the hands.
No, he caught more than just these hands.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
He caught a 360-pound man coming up the top rope with a tsunami.
Jello said Logan Small. I need a picture. I need a shirt with a picture of his face on it that says, you're killing me, Smalls. I like it.
I thought we were calling Jesse the Kid Logan Small.
You're right. I'm going to remind him of that on Saturday. All in all, this was a cool opening segment. Longest opening segment I've seen in a while. 26 minutes in that opening segment. It was long.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't like, oh, why are we dragging on with this?
No, it felt like it moved.
It did. Moved right into Stephanie Vaquer and Nikki Bella up against Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. Good match. I enjoyed this. Everyone shined. Nikki Bella, do I think she's lost a step or two from, the early 2000s? Yeah.
It's been 20 years.
That's the thing I don't understand. I hear the internet wrestling community all the time talking about Nikki lost her step. Well, it's been 20 freaking years. I'm not as fast as I was 20 years ago.
I ain't as good as I once was.
But I'm as good once as I ever was, I'll tell you that. Yeah, I listen to music too. No, I did enjoy this match. Stephanie Vaquer teasing the Devil's Kiss a few times. She only hit it once.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure at some point Patrick's head exploded.
I'm not sure.
I do believe that is his favorite move.
Yes. Wade Barrett actually had to step over his words because he called Raquel Gonzalez.
He almost got it out. He called him Guns. Taking it back there a little bit. I heard him have to correct himself.
No, he went ahead and said it, and then he was. I'm sure Triple H was right in his ear, going, "Dude,
what is wrong with you?" I will. I think Jello may be right on this. He says I don't think that she's lost a step. I think the ladies wrestling has gotten faster.
It has,
and it has. I agree with that.
And it's not just ladies wrestling that's gotten faster. Wrestling in general has gotten faster. And I think having Nikki around is good for these new people because of the fact that she can teach them how to slow down a little bit and make things register a little bit better.
I will say this. In the end, Judgment Day wins it with Pop Rocks on Nikki Bella. And they leave the ring. Later in the night, we get a backstage segment where Nikki Bella says, I'm sorry. I lost us a match. I feel terrible. I feel like maybe they're right. Maybe I have lost a step, and now I'm wondering why I'm here. And Stephanie Vaquer's like, no. Mija, you're Nikki Bella. I can't do a good Stephanie Vaquer. Anyway, she tells her, you're Nikki Bella. You need to remember who you are, why you're here. And she's like, oh, I needed that so much. Thank you for telling me that. And
called her Bonita.
Called her Bonita, yes. And here's my thing. We're getting a Nikki Bella heel turn. We're getting a Nikki Bella heel turn, and she's going to end up going up against Stephanie in a program with Stephanie Vaquer. It's happening. It's happening.
Okay. Works for me.
It's going to be a thing. That takes us into Penta versus El Grande Americano, which was a great match. It's very high flying, as you would expect from Penta and Coffee Guy. Penta ended up taking out all the coffee because they were all out there. You had Tall Americano and Grande Americano and Venti Americano. They were all there. Penta flew off top rope, took them all out. In the end, Grande Americano trying to do the whole thing with the loading the mask, but Penta wasn't having it. Hits him with the Penta driver. Over. 1, 2, 3. Thank you for playing. This one went by fast. It was a short match, but it was an effective match in my opinion. Like it moved the storyline without dragging along. So I dig it. What I dug most was what happened next. We get Dominic Mysterio coming out fresh off his ninth successful defense of the Intercontinental Championship. Believe that? Can you believe that? Dominic Mysterio. I never thought these words would come out of my mouth. Dominic Mysterio has successfully defended his belt 9 times since he got it. That's impressive. It's impressive. He talked about how he's the king of the luchadores and that there's nobody out there that could stop him. And he never in your life, if you ever get into wrestling, if you ever find yourself in the ring, the one thing you don't say is there's nobody back there that can stop me, because that's when the music's going to hit. And the music did hit. And who was it? Rey Mysterio. Booyaka Booyaka 619. Music hits, he comes out, the crowd loses their shit.
I mean, I did too.
I mean, he's been out for a minute. He been out with was a foot injury, leg injury, knee injury. I don't remember what it was.
So he hurt something.
Yeah, he hurt something. I you know what? I think it was his quad. Was it his quad?
No clue.
He hurt something in his leg, and he's been out for a while. The problem he had was Dominic saying that he's the king of the luchadors. So that's an insult to famous luchadors like El Santo and the Blue Demon and Eddie Guerrero. To which Dominic Mysterio replied, "Hey, keep my father's name out of your mouth."
That I popped on that.
I'm not gonna lie, I popped too, but did you see the look in Ray's eyes
Like,
behind that mask? He's
son,
like, I'm fixing
will
to rip your freaking legs off.
He's like, son, I done brought you into this world. I am sure going to take you out.
Yeah, I kind of, I was kind of expecting it there for a minute. That, of course, you popped, I popped, the crowd popped. Like that was pretty cool. Dom does say he's better than all of them, and more importantly, he's better than the one person Rey Mysterio didn't say when he listed people off, and that's Rey Mysterio. I love it. Jello saying Ray killed it. I absolutely agree. J-Reb saying we're definitely getting a hair versus mask match. J-Reb been calling for a hair versus mask match for a minute now.
I don't think it's the hair. I don't think the mullet's at risk.
Is it the mustache?
It's the mustache.
Oh, yeah. Take the mustache. No, I think shave his head and the mustache. But that's something that's coming soon, I hope. Ray told him, you can disrespect me all you want, but I won't let you disrespect Lucha Libre. And then he told him, as long as I'm still around, you will never be the king of the luchadores. As long as I'm around, this will never be your ring. And as long as I'm around, you will never be the best Mysterio. To which the crowd popped like crazy. It was awesome. And so Dom tries to, throw the cheap shot, which Ray was waiting for. Whooped on him, threw him into the ropes. Bam! 619 to Dom. Said, let me show you how it's actually done. And that whole thing was good. Like, that's how you do a segment, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah. And it got us wanting more, which is the exact reason that we all watch wrestling, is we want to continue to have more.
I forgot about that, but Jello's right. Dom said, you're trying to be like me, you're already copying my mustache. Which, I mean, Ray did have a mustache. So, Joe Tessitore, Wade Barrett talking about everything that just happened. And what do you hear? Shut up, Joe Tessitore. And here comes the man, Becky Lynch.
No music.
No music. Steps out like onto the announce table. Apparently the man has something to say because she was pissed.
Mm-hmm.
So she talked about everything that's been going on. She talked about how she's mad about Dupree and mad about the corrupt referee that keeps trying to keep her down. But she keeps going on and on and on. This may have been one of the best promos Becky's cut in a minute. And because it almost felt like it was impromptu, like it was this close to a shoot,
Mm-hmm.
And I think, to me, those always make the best. But, of course, they're in Rio Rancho, New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And Lynch says the only good thing to come out of New Mexico was a TV show about how much meth you do. Of course, talking about Breaking Bad. Don't know if you caught it or not, but Wade losing his mind.
He broke.
It was funny.
He had to grab a hold of his microphone and throw it up over his ears so he didn't laugh into the microphone.
It was good stuff. But I really liked this. I like the way Becky handled herself in this.
That it was, and then welcome to the big time.
Which I like the throwback. You know, I'm sure you didn't like this. She threw the mic down afterwards, but
You know what? Yeah. We'll save that for the next segment.
okay. No, she did a great job with this. That takes us into Bailey and Lyra Valkyria against Asuka and Kairi Sane. All four women in this match are completely awesome and probably some of the best competitors on this roster. Without question. It's a strong match, but it went all the way to the finish and they executed it just the way it needed to be executed.
Oh, for sure.
The thing that caught me was after the match. You know, Asuka gets the Asuka lock on Lyra, and Lyra's got a tap. So she does. And then here comes Flair and Bliss hauling ass to the ring and ready to fight. You know, a little bit of payback for what happened week previous. So, could we see perhaps a women's triple threat tag team match? Could we see Bailey and Lyra versus the Kabuki Warriors versus Flair and Bliss?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on exactly with this whole situation. And what if it's going to be something to the effect of we have Becky, Asuka, Kairi Sane.
Because they did kind of have that little stare down as Becky was leaving.
If Becky was leaving, they were coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So what if we end up having the War Games be the whole female championship circle right there?
I can see it.
And since Rhea is technically injured, I don't know how bad that is, but I don't know if I don't think she's supposed to be back before War Games.
I don't believe so.
What if Maxine is the one that joins?
That's what I was just about to say.
The other side, and what if Maxine is the one that pins Becky Lynch or that beats Becky Lynch in the War Games?
That would be awesome. So there's some things brewing here. I think that's what this match and the run-in at the end was about. We're brewing some things here. Planting some seeds, letting them grow.
We really can't have a female War Games without Io Sky getting into a trash can and falling on people.
Yeah, I mean, it's not Survivor Series. It's not War Games without it.
For sure.
This did, however, take us right into another tag team match. World Tag Team Champion match, to be exact. Dragon Style. See, I'm not saying AJ Lee. I'm saying Dragon Style.
I like the Dragon Style.
Dragon Style, well... See, I was going to say some things,
but you know what? Let's do
AJ Styles, Dragon Lee, giving their rematch to Finn Balor and JD McDonough. Their first match, absolutely match of the year candidate. The match where AJ and Dragon Lee won the titles. Match of the year candidate, no question about that. So this was a good match to follow that one up because it was just as good. The action was top notch. Of course, Rey Mysterio, I keep saying Rey because Rey's back. Dominic Mysterio coming out to try to help because apparently Roxanne Perez is the new Liv Morgan. And so you should go help them. They're your friends. They need your help. Go help them. If that's helping Dom, don't ever help me with anything.
Well, he was obviously trying for the distraction of the referee.
Right.
And he did what he was supposed to do in that situation. He went over there, pulled the belt out, made eye contact with the referee. Referee's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And then we started the whole situation, which got something going down on the other side of the ring. but the translation didn't really work well enough. The referee ended up back into fold before the time really needed to be.
Right.
Which is one of the things that is a classic deal that needs to be refreshed. Is the fact of the matter is, if the referee is distracted, the clock is ticking. You don't have all night to do what you need to do.
Yeah. Which is something that's been talked about more than once. We've talked about it. We've talked about it with some of the guys at 101. I mean, it's a thing. But look at everything this is done. It moves the story of Judgment Day. It moves the story of Dominic failing the Judgment Day once again. Sheamus coming out in this one, from injecting himself back in the Intercontinental title picture, which is the one that he needs.
It's the one that keeps getting away from him.
Like, I picture Sheamus with like we used to do back in the day with baseball cards with belts, got it, need it, got it. Like, I picture Sheamus just doing that because he's had all the belts except that one. So it puts him back in that picture. Like, the whole thing was good. Quick backstage segment. We get Paul Heyman. Excuse me, I thought I was fixing to sneeze. We get Paul Heyman talking to Jey Uso, talking about, I'm just back here to let you know. For the last 2 weeks, I've kept them at bay. Told them follow the vision, but they're off the chain now. And if you're not part of the vision, if you're going against the vision, they're going to take you out at the door. There's no more. Are you part of the vision? No, take that. Next week, are you part of the vision? No, take that. No, it's right at the door. But you know what? I'm not worried about main event Jey Uso because you got a vision of your own. That's not foreshadowing or anything. So, we get the announcement after that of the very first 2 matches for the Time Is Now tournament. The winner to be determined will take on John Cena in his final match, December 13th. The first 2 matches, Rusev versus Damian Priest and Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sheamus. Nick Aldis going to draw the next 2 matches tomorrow night on SmackDown, which, nightmare is over, y'all. We will be right here for the SmackDown watch along.
For sure.
That brings us to the main event. CM Punk and Jey Uso versus the Killer Bees. And it's a good match. Like big guys, big moves. And a no good dirty Paul. And I'm not talking about Heyman. So we get the match. The match goes down like you think it's going to. The big guys dominate. The faces fight back, and then
double count out.
Yeah, it came to a double count out. Breaker hits Uso with the super spear. And then Bronson Reed's fighting with CM Punk. Like, the whole thing goes bad. And they both get counted out. And they start beating everybody down. What's the one spot open on the wall?
Sheamus's belt.
Oh, yeah. It's the one blank spot. You're right. They get in the ring. They're beating up on Jey Uso. Punk hits the ring with a chair, clears them out. They say, okay. They get out of the ring, reach under the ring, get chairs of their own, get back in the ring, and who should come running out except Logan Paul? And he puts on the Nux and stands there beside CM Punk, looking at the people that jumped him at the beginning of the show. He rears his fist back and punches CM Punk, knocks him clean out, and then takes the Nux off, hands him to Paul Heyman. Like, what? What are we doing here? And that's the way we go off the air, is with the impression, anyway, that Logan Paul has joined forces with the Vision.
So what you're trying to say is that now it's a prime Vision.
Get out.
I'll see myself out.
Raw was good. I enjoyed it. It was a good show. I give it B+. maybe even A minus.
It was decent.
Yeah, A minus. I'll give it an A minus. All right, so let's talk about some Wrestle Talk Wednesday. The question was, what is the match of all matches? If you met an alien today and you had to introduce them to professional wrestling, what is the match that you would show them to introduce them to professional wrestling? We got a few answers on. Excuse me. It's been a long day. We got a few answers on this. The OTB, Lilith Blood, giving her answer, said she has two, actually. Steve Austin versus Bret Hart in what some call the Crimson Mask match. And then Rhea versus Charlotte, what was it, 3 years ago at Mania? 4 years ago? 4 years ago, because I've been here for 3. So
No, it wasn't 4 years ago. See, they did 2020, they skipped a year, and did 2022.
it may have been 2022. But that was the match. Like, as far as the women go, they basically told Rhea and Charlotte, we're not going to let you guys main event. And they're like, okay, bet. Hold my beer. We'll just, out wrestle the main event. They basically did, and I'm going to talk, this is one of the matches I have down in our list. They basically pulled a Macho Man and Ricky Steamboat from Mania 3.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they were the match. Mike, yours is next. Go ahead and talk about yours.
It was the one where the boyhood dream came true. It was the Iron Man match. It was Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart.
This is before Montreal Screwjob.
Yes.
Way before. So this was a good match between the two.
No, this was the match. If you look up the definition of Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart, this is the match.
Agreed.
That should come into play.
Looking over at before I get into the others, looking over at the chat, J-Reb says Taker versus Mankind, Hell in a Cell. It'd be King of the Ring 98.
Yes.
That was a good one. Cena versus AJ at, what was that, Clash?
That was Crown Jewel.
That was a Crown Jewel. I couldn't remember if it was Clash of Paris or Crown Jewel, but yeah, that was very aptly called a love letter to wrestling, and I agree with it wholeheartedly. Aaron Marie saying Taker versus Triple H. I'm thinking, because you think Taker Triple H, there's 2 or 3 matches that come to mind, but the one that hits the hardest for me was Taker versus Triple H, Hell in a Cell, Shawn Michaels guest referee.
They all walked in hating each other, and they all walked out arm in arm.
There's a picture of them standing at the top of the ramp, just all of them standing there holding each other up, and a copy of that picture is signed and hangs in the Undertaker's house to this day. Me personally, Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker, first time they fought each other at Mania.
Mm-hmm.
That match was insanity. Loved it. Of course, The Rock versus Mankind in the I Quit match at the Royal Rumble. 17 chair shots to the head. And I think 8 or 9 of those were while Mick was handcuffed. Like it
was ugly.
It was
bowling shoe ugly.
Yep, sure was. Of course, you've got the. It was Funk. Who was it? Funk and who?
It was Cactus Jack and Terry Funk against Public Enemy.
And this was back in ECW, and the reason people remember this match was Terry Funk screaming, "Somebody give me a chair!" and the whole ring gets inundated with flying chairs. It was awesome. Of course, you can't talk about amazing matches without talking about the Hardys, the Dudleys, Edge and Christian. TLC #1, the very first TLC. It was something new. It was crazy. It was wild, and it made all 3 teams, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. And while we're talking ladders, why don't we go ahead and just add the original ladder match to it? You got Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon. That, I mean, technically it wasn't the original, but that was the original mainstream.
Right, that was the original and mainstream was Michaels and Razor Ramon, and it was a great match. Take it back a little bit.
Okay.
Ric Flair, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, 2 out of 3 falls match.
That's yes.
That is, if you look up textbook wrestling.
Do you know that only got 4 stars?
Look, you come in. Look, we're having a good show. You don't come at me with. Look, that segment is next, okay?
No, that got 4 stars from not that guy.
Oh, okay.
But the guy that actually created the star system.
That match only got 4, really?
There wasn't any such thing as a 5-star match at that point.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're already different. But since we're talking about Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, I said it earlier, Macho Man Randy Savage, Ricky Dragon Steamboat, WrestleMania 3. That match was the match of the night. Everybody remembers the Scoop Slam. You know, Hogan Andre was the big moment. But that's just it. That was the moment. That match, Macho Man and Steamboat, that was the match of the night. Janine Wade in the chat. What's up, Janine? Glad you can make it in.
Good to see your text.
So, since you got me all worked up thinking he was talking about Dave Meltzer, let's get into the next thing. Let's talk about what grinds my gears.
Yes, let's do this.
So, you want to know what's grinding my gears right now, this very minute?
Yes, tell me about what's grinding your gears.
I'm going to give everybody the secret to life right now.
Okay.
This is the order. Pumpkin, turkey, fat man. No, I'm not talking about Rick Elsey. I'm talking about Santa Claus. We don't do one before the other. It's in that order. The pumpkin, Halloween, turkey, Thanksgiving, fat man, Santa Claus, Christmas. I'm going into stores now. Christmas trees are out. Christmas decorations. Deck the Halls is playing. I ain't eating no turkey yet. Hell, we just got done with Halloween.
Mariah Carey.
Don't cuss at me. Saying bad things to me right now. Talking about Mariah Carey.
Okay.
Like it is her time. Don't get me wrong. This is what, the 6th? 4 days from now. They'll start thawing her out. And getting her ready for Christmas. And then when Christmas is over, they'll put her back in the freezer. Sorry. Which even Patrick says was going to say she thought out fast.
Okay, so you know what grinds my gears?
Tell me what grinds your gears.
People who throw microphones. Okay, we're talking about having to let so many people go because we're trying to save money in the WWE. Do you realize that y'all go through about $7,000 a week on microphones?
Okay, you have to understand. As somebody who works with an independent production, I know what microphones cost. And I can see his face cringe doing the watch along. Not even looking at him, I can see his face cringe every time somebody drives. When Becky Lynch threw the mic down, I already know. Like there's a vein in his head right here that went crazy.
It's right here.
J-Reb saying Thanksgiving isn't in any of the stores. Walmart was playing Mariah Carey on the 1st. Jello saying all I want for Christmas is Thanksgiving. Yeah, thank you. You know? We definitely need a mic throw counter during the watch along. You know, I might can make that work.
Really?
Yeah. Just a counter for how many times they throw the mic down while we're doing the watch alongs.
I'm all for it.
Jared wants to know what, they don't have a dollar store for mics? Dollar store mic. Ha! Ha ha!
Anybody want to pay to have me cut a promo on him?
You know what else grinds my gears?
What's that?
Legacy thievery.
Yes.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever read in my life. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pull it up because I don't want to get it wrong. I have it here in a message. So, normally this is where we would do Notes from the Clown Show. But we're doing Grinding My Gears. But this is...
Go to the other one first.
this one?
Yes.
And this is about as clown show as it gets. Tony Khan and AEW, are they the first to ever use another company's championship lineage for their own newly created championship, while the original company and championship are still active? Now that's a lot to take in right there. I know what you're thinking. What are you talking about? Well, let me tell you. Here's the context. Last night on AEW Dynamite, AEW announced at Full Gear they are going to unveil and crown a new AEW national champion. They even had both Tony Schiavone and Excalibur talk about the great lineage the title had with Dusty Rhodes, etc. Here's the problem. You know, anytime you can talk about a lineage that includes Dusty Rhodes, that's amazing. The problem is they're unveiling a new belt, but the lineage they're talking about is referring to the NWA national title.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the NWA that's still an active and operating promotion.
Mm-hmm.
The NWA national title that was just won by Mike Mondo last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same.
The same national title that Jake Logan is still on record as being the youngest national champion ever.
Mm-hmm. That one is the brand new title they're going to unveil on AEW whatever the hell. Like, that grinds my gears.
Mm-hmm.
Jello, what grinds my gears? Ex-champions who continue to refer to my title. Look, leave Jay alone, okay? No, I get what you're saying, Jello, and it does seem to be happening a lot more. You know, you're wearing my title. Well, no, you lost it. It's not your title anymore.
Let's leave that one alone because that one we could definitely go several minutes on that one.
All right, and that was grinding my gears. Those are the things that are grinding my gears today. You know what doesn't grind my gears? The fact that we got a live B.C.W. show this Saturday night. TMW Event Center, Levelland, Texas. B.C.W. Texas, draw the line. I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
It's going to be a good show. So let's kind of talk about this show a little bit. First and foremost, let's talk about the fact that Lubbock Pro Wrestling 101 is molding the future of West Texas independent wrestling.
Yes.
In the way they're teaching their students.
Absolutely.
And we get the opportunity at B.C.W. Texas to showcase some of that talent, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We have a show, Lubbock Pro Wrestling 101 showcase, Jordan Slade going up against Nico North. Now, I am not going to lie, I haven't had the opportunity to see Nico North wrestle before.
Okay.
I have seen Jordan Slade, though. That kid has got serious talent.
Yes, he does.
Have you had the opportunity to see Nico North?
I've seen him in training. I have not gotten a chance to see him in a show.
So give me an idea from what you see in training. Like,
he's got drive.
Okay.
You know, he's not the biggest guy on the block. He's not the strongest guy on the block, but the guy's got heart for days.
A lot of time, heart's all you need.
And he's busting his hump.
Patrick saying I saw him at the 101 Invitational. Good heel.
Okay.
Okay.
So we've got a heel on heel situation?
Maybe, I don't know. All I know is I'm looking forward to seeing this match. This is going to be one that's going to, I don't know, it's going to open some people's eyes to what's coming next, the future of West Texas independent wrestling.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to that match. Of course, we've got Jesse the Kid James going against Nathan Briggs. Jesse in his promo saying, I'm going to put that man in the retirement home.
If I had a dime for every time I've heard that about Nathan Briggs, I'd have a lot of dimes.
You have a lot of dimes? Before we get too deep into that, Jello saying best moment of the week, Joe Hendry and Thea Hale on NXT. That was when she popped out of the cake. That was pretty awesome. I will give you that. I kind of dug that.
I guess I missed that.
I'll show you later. It's
okay.
Cool. Normally, I would say, Jesse, what are you doing? But Jesse has proven himself to be a contender.
Well, last BCW show, he caught a victory on a triple threat match.
Mm-hmm. Sure did. And Nathan Briggs, he knows Nathan Briggs very well.
Mm-hmm.
So, but Nathan Briggs, the wily veteran, I mean, he's called Jesse the Kid for a reason. He's still young in the sport, and Nathan Briggs has been doing this for a day or two.
Well,
Jesse, I know you haven't been doing this very long. Let me give you some advice. He's trying real hard not to break.
no, I'm broke. I'm broken.
Keep your eyes on Nathan Briggs because
Please.
he's always got something up his sleeve.
Oh, yeah.
Now, talking about things up your sleeve, there's an X factor in this match because while Nathan Briggs is the wily veteran, like we're talking, Jesse the Kid with the wily veteran in his corner as well in the Country Devil.
Let me correct you on that. I got a phone call. I got a phone call, and the Country Devil is in the Chicago area doing some recruiting.
Recruiting in Chicago?
Yes.
If he brings CM Punk, I'm going to shake his hand. You know what? He doesn't have to bring CM Punk. AJ Lee is fine. It's fine.
But he's on a recruiting mission right now. He says that Jesse has it all under control and he doesn't need to worry about it.
Okay, so no
Country Devil.
No Country Devil in this. All right. Well, I'll be interested to see where that one goes. It's going to be a good match either way. We have a match for the B.C.W. Old School Tag Team titles. Coming up on 2 years as champions, Nefarious, TJ Slater, Atticus Wild. And there's a reason they've been able to hold those titles for that long. And they are going to put those titles on the line against Certified Franchise. That, of course, being the Certified Go-Getter Draven Reeves and Mac the Franchise.
Yes. Now, if anybody doesn't know, I was on the Texan Tag Team podcast.
Make sure you check them out. They're good dudes.
And they asked me about the fact that there was apparently some miscommunication in the match that they had at our last event in September.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the deal. Things happen. It's not always the end of the world. It's not anything that would be, devastating to the point where these guys aren't going to talk to one another. As soon as things happen, yes, Draven did kick Mac in the face. But Mac is a good guy, and he has the expectations of having good people around him, and he's not letting that go ahead and get to him at this point in time.
And that's good because they are going to need to have some damn good chemistry going up against Nefarious because Nefarious know each other in and out. Like they have worked together so long that they know their moves one right after the other. So you're going to have some good chemistry to take on the likes of Nefarious.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, a reminder for everybody that might not know, there's a reason we call it the BCW Old School Tag Team titles. There's old school rules that go into this.
Yes.
It has to be a hand-to-hand tag. No hot tags. Can't tag like that. It has to be hand-to-hand. Huh?
That is not a hot tag.
That's a hot tag.
That is not a hot. That is a blind tag.
It's a hot tag.
Hot tag is a term whenever the heel has gotten so much heat on the baby faces that the crowd is ready for that tag to happen. And whenever that tag happens, that is called a hot tag.
I've always been told this hot tag.
That is not, well, whoever told you they wrong.
But
And
there are it's got to be a hand-to-hand tag, and the hand that's getting tagged, the other hand has to be on the rope.
tag rope, yes.
You have to be holding the tag rope. Patrick's saying he's angry.
Slightly. But you know what? Quick side note.
Side note.
Okay, Saturday, there's a lot of things going on in town.
There are.
One of the things that happens to be going on in town is we have a football game.
We do have a football game. Number 9, Texas Tech, going up against number 8, BYU. This is a big game.
How big is this game?
This game is so big that ESPN Game Day is making their way to Lubbock, Texas.
The ESPN game day.
The ESPN Game, and you know, there happens to be somebody on that panel who I happen to know for a fact enjoys wrestling.
No. Really?
Pat McAfee.
That guy?
Pat McAfee. So
Wow.
you know what, Pat McAfee, if you're listening, why wouldn't you be listening? Pat McAfee, me to you, guapo to Pat. If you find yourself with nothing to do after such a great game, because the game starts at 11, why don't you bring yourself to Levelland, Texas, and come check out Premier West Texas Independent Wrestling in the form of B.C.W. Texas. The personal invitation from us to you.
No cost.
No cost. You walk in the door, come find your seat, let's go. Let's go. did there?
Yeah,
You
see
see
what
what I
you
did
did
there?
there. And I kind of like it.
I kind of like it. So, let's get back to the matches. We've got Lil, the OTB, Lilith Blood, running it back a little bit against CD Cash.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the last match they had, CD Cash came out on top.
Did he?
No, did he?
No. The last match that they were having, Lil ended up mysteriously getting sick.
Against CD. Oh, that's right. No, they were going to have that. No, the first match they had.
The first match they had, Lilith pinned him.
Lil won that one. Then they were going to have another match, and Lil was sick, couldn't make it to that match. And so now we're running it back one more time. I'm looking forward to this one. We all know what the OTB Lilith Blood can do. No questions about that. CD Cash. CD Cash is on a roll right now. Like he's showing why he is a contender in BCW, without question. And when you have somebody like Mad Dog Mac Ray in your corner that can, for lack of better terms, yeet you over the top rope, because that's happened twice now. That's definitely an X factor.
Yes, it is.
So I'm interested to see where this one goes. And there's a little bit of animosity between the two sides here. A little bit of animosity, a whole lot of trash talk. This should be a good one. Now we've got a match for our BCW Texas champion that he's not real happy about. Of course, the original match supposed to be our BCW Texas champion, Emilio Guzman, versus Marcus MD. Marcus MD injured, not medically cleared to wrestle. So
This is true.
Emilio says, cool. You know, if I had to face me, I'd fake an injury too. Looks like I got the night off. Sorry about your bad luck, buddy. No, you don't. Because Marty Snow.
Marty Snow, step it up.
Marty Snow stepping up saying, you know what? No. You're not going to defile the legacy of Eddie Guerrero the way you do. You're not going to talk to my friend the way you're doing. No, I'm coming for your belt. So that's exactly what we're going to get. Now, a side note about Marty Snow. Undefeated in BCW.
Yes.
Never been beaten in BCW, going up against our BCW Texas champion. This is gonna be a fight, especially with an upset Emilio. Like, I've seen Emilio wrestle when he's not happy, and Marty Snow's gonna have his hands full.
Yeah. There is a ruthless side of Emilio Guzman.
There sure is. I've seen it, and it's not pretty.
I've lived it.
Yeah, that's true. You have. We've got another match. Franco D'Angelo, the Gorilla King, going up against
Sean Lau.
Yes, Sean Lau. I'm trying to remember. The Outcast Warrior, Sean Lau.
Yes. And really the promo that he cut, it was I'm gonna find the biggest baddest dog in the yard, and I'm gonna take him down.
Mm-hmm.
So what do? You
give him the biggest baddest dog in the yard, Franco D'Angelo. Give him the Gorilla King, and here we go.
I don't think he's a dog, though. I think he's that sir is a gorilla through and through.
That is, in fact, a gorilla. This is all right. If you look at it on paper, we got Franco D'Angelo versus Sean Lau. But I've seen Sean Lau wrestle. I've unfortunately been the recipient of his alter ego's mist, and it's not fun at all, even a little bit. This guy's got a pain tolerance like nobody else. Like, he does not stay down.
And he's freshly back. I mean, within a couple of months, I believe, from a trip from Japan.
Yes. So, regardless of what it looks like on paper, Franco D'Angelo's going to have his hands full with Sean Lau.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm here for it.
I'm there.
Yes.
All the way.
And now we get to talk about my favorite match. So excited about this one.
You know what? Go ahead and just give him the whole rundown for the story of this whole situation.
All right, so here's the deal. At our last show, we set up a match. Chris Watson versus the American Tragedy Phoenix. It's a qualifying match for a spot against Franco D'Angelo for the B.C.W. Southwest Legacy Championship. Brand new title. We, of course, found out that American Tragedy Phoenix not able to wrestle. Not medically cleared, won't be able to wrestle at the show. So Chris Watson, last night, puts a video out. Puts it on my socials, puts it on B.C.W. Texas socials, puts it on his own socials.
Of him racking 315 pounds?
You said it right. He racked 350 pounds because ain't no way in hell he did it. Like I said, man, video or it didn't happen. But he demanded an answer of me. First off, he talked trash about us. He talked trash about this podcast, said 0 views, nobody watches it, it's trash. So, that's for you, Chris.
We're taking a step back into the grinding my gears here.
Yeah, Chris Watson grinds my gears. He took pop shots, and I let him know that he don't have to be mad because, our podcast is awesome. And we have more views than he does fans, and in more countries. I let him know that, but the most important thing I let him know was that I received a phone call. Whenever he said that you better find me an opponent, you better not screw me out of my title shot. I got a phone call, very convincing phone call. So this morning, I put a video out and released the match. So this Saturday night, B.C.W. Texas draw the line. It will be Mr. Saturday Night, the international superstar Chris Watson versus the renegade Damian Blood. And I'm going to tell you what, Chris Watson, you asked for it, you got it, son.
A little birdie told me that Damian was going to fold his clothes.
Damian is going to fold Chris Watson's clothes. He's just going to do it while Chris Watson is still in them.
if I wasn't the one that was in charge of the operations of this whole deal, I would have to buy a ticket just to see that.
That match alone is going to be worth the price of the ticket. He's gonna kill you.
You can't say that.
I'm sorry. He's gonna unalive you.
Better.
No, it is going to be a great match. This whole card is stacked, and I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be great.
Absolutely.
That is this Saturday night. B.C.W. Texas, draw the line. TMW Event Center, 202 Avenue H, Levelland, Texas. Be there. If I didn't have to go to San Francisco this weekend, I'd fly out to see it. You let me know when you can be out here. I will let you know when the shows are, and we will get you out here for a B.C.W. show, for a Squared Circle Pro show. We'll make it happen, Cameron. You let me know. All of that being said, I do think it's time for final thoughts. We, of course, want to thank everybody that's been in the chat, everybody that supports our podcast that Chris Watson doesn't like. Seriously, this is a platform that has been set up where I get to talk with you guys, with my friends, and talk about wrestling, and it's therapeutic for me, and I hope that it is for you. But as we're into it, Mike, your final thoughts to the people watching, the people listening, the wrestling world in general. Floor is yours.
Okay, guys. I'm going to bottom line it for you. If you want to learn how to be a professional wrestler, cut out the middleman. Look up on Facebook, Lubbock Pro Wrestling 101.
Mm-hmm.
Let them guys take you by the hand and show you exactly what they're doing. Not only is it going to change you as far as your bodily appearance, because they're going to help you they're going to help teach you how to take care of your body. It's going to help you in so many other ways. So give them a shot.
I meant what I said earlier when I said that Lubbock Pro Wrestling 101 is molding the future of West Texas independent wrestling, because the kids that are coming out of that school are going to be the ones 10 years, 5 years, 15 years, whatever it is down the road, that you're going to be seeing in the WWE rings and the Ring of Honor rings and the NXT rings and the TNA rings. They're going to be the ones that you're watching on television. So absolutely, if you want to be a wrestler, you want to be a ring announcer, you want to be a referee, anything having to do with the wrestling business, Lubbock Pro Wrestling 101, they'll get you taken care of. As far as final thoughts from me, like I said, this is my therapy every week. Thank you so much to each and every one of you for being a part of it. Independent wrestling, whether it's West Texas independent wrestling or DFW independent wrestling in Chicago, apparently, is what you said, where Country Devil is. Wherever you're at, within 100 miles of you, I guarantee you there's independent wrestling. Go check it out. It's my drug. I say it every time. This is my drug, and I'm ready for my next fix that I'm getting this Saturday night with B.C.W. Draw the Line in Levelland, Texas.
Yes, very much so.
Oh, we have hit just a little bit past that 9:30 mark. Again, I want to thank everybody in the chat. I want to thank everybody that's listening, everybody that's watching. Mike, thank you for being here tonight, going over everything with me.
Absolutely.
I hope to see all of you on Saturday, live and in person at the TMW Event Center, but I will be here tomorrow night for a SmackDown watch-along. So
how do you get that?
You go to any of our social medias, you click on the About section, you look for our Discord link, click on it, answer a couple of questions, and you will get a notification that says, it's watch-along time. And we have a lot of fun. We chat it up. We watch the show. We watch PLEs. We're going to watch SmackDown tomorrow night. Be there. I hope to see you all. Until next time, until tomorrow night, I'm Guapo. That's Mike Caldwell. We're not your average marks. See y'all next time. Yeah. I'm gonna drink it all away.
hell.